All right, guys, welcome to the channel. Guys, let's just talk about the Chelsea loss to Arsenal. Let's talk about the game now. Chelsea lost 5-0 to Arsenal. 5-0 to Arsenal. And I think this is the time that I don't think Chelsea have lost 5-0 to Arsenal before in the Premier League. They have never lost 5-0 to Arsenal in the Premier League before. This is the first time that the Chelsea team is losing 5-0 to Arsenal. Now, the performance was just disgraceful from these players. The performance that they gave in that game was disgraceful. It was really disappointing performance from the Chelsea players, from the defense, from the goalkeeper, from the midfield, and from the strikers. It was just disappointing. None of them that you would say played well. None of them played well. And for me, for the coach, Pochettino, I'm even more worried of next season because the owners, they are not even saying if, like they haven't said anything if he will be sacked, because I think Poch should be sacked. For me, I think Pochettino should be sacked because he doesn't react if the team is playing poorly. He doesn't react because for me as a coach, if your team or your players are not organized, it's your job, it's your duty to put them on check. It's your duty to make them realize that they are not performing to the level that they are supposed to perform. And for me, Pochettino is not doing that. The performance against Arsenal was just disappointing. They were just giving the ball away. The defenders, especially Badiashile, were just giving the ball away. Arsenal could have been 3-0 up in the first half. And most of those chances that Arsenal had in the first half was Badiashile giving the ball away. It was him giving the ball away. Like 3 times, Badiashile gave the ball away. Like 3 times in the first half, gave the ball away. And for me, the thing with this player is when he gives the ball away, he can't even defend. So I don't know if I would say it's the players or I would say it's the coach, because as long as I know, there are teams that doesn't perform well. But then if another coach comes that understands what he's doing, that have a clear system, a clear pattern of play, you see the team improving. Let's take Aston Villa as an example. Before Unai Emery came, they were struggling under Steven Gerrard. Most of the players that are there now doing well for Aston Villa, these players were struggling under Gerrard. But then Unai Emery came, a manager, a coach that understands what he wants to do with these players. Look at how well they are performing. And this same Arsenal team lost against Aston Villa, 2-0 at the Emirates. They lost. Obviously, Aston Villa are doing better than Chelsea now. But I don't think their players are better than Chelsea players. For me, I don't think they have better players than Chelsea. For me. Obviously, their striker, for me, I think it's better than Nicolas Jackson, because Nicolas Jackson has been really disappointing this season. He doesn't take his chances. But you never know if maybe with another proper coach that follows his system, if this same Nicolas Jackson that we are saying can't finish, maybe then he'll be finishing. Yes, we know he's still young, just only 2 years. But I still think, for me, I think Pochettino is the main problem of this team. For me, Poch is the main problem of this team. Because if your team is not performing to the level, then you are the problem. Because as long as I know, you can't tell me Caicedo is a bad player. There's no way you tell me Caicedo is a bad player after we watched Caicedo play for Brighton last season. Yes, Brighton and Chelsea is different. The pressure at Chelsea is more than Brighton. But the kind of football that Caicedo played when he was at Brighton, he hasn't played it now that he's at Chelsea. So for me, you can't tell me Caicedo is a bad player. This is a player that Liverpool wanted him. They were ready to pay 110 million for. Arsenal wanted him. They wanted to pay 70 million for. So nobody can tell me Caicedo is a bad player. The same thing with Enzo Fernandez. Many of these Chelsea players are players that I believe that many of these top clubs in England will want them. And all of a sudden, they're not performing well under this coach. So for me, Poch is the problem. Poch is the problem. The performance against Arsenal is sackable. He deserves to be sacked right there. After the game, he deserves to be sacked right there. Because there's no way a big club like Chelsea, with that player that are available, yes, even if we lose the game against Arsenal, we want to see commitment from these players. Not losing 5-0, and it could have been even been more. Obviously, Chelsea had their little chances, especially in the first half. But as usual, you know that they don't score goals. You know they don't score goals. Especially if the chance fall to Nicolas Jackson. We know this player, every single game, he will miss chances. Every single game that Jackson is playing, he misses chances. So it's just disappointing. I don't know what is wrong with this Chelsea player. It's as if second half is worst for them. Second half. First half was 1-0, and then the second half now scored 4. It's really disappointing from this team. And like I said, Poch doesn't deserve to remain as Chelsea coach for next season for me. He doesn't deserve. So that's my opinion. That's my thought on the game. Your thoughts, your opinion on the game, you let me know. So thank you guys. Stay safe while I see you again. Bye.